Hi guys, welcome to my Unreal Engine 4 online games tutorial series. Today our fifth lesson, and let's take a look on our previous lessons and define what we already learned. In the first tutorial we learned how to create a listen server and main menu. In the second lesson, we created a dedicated server. We learned how to create a dedicated server. In the third lesson, we recreate our project with a new engine version, and we renewed our folder structure and add some C++ classes to our project, and actually we learned how to create completely correct Unreal Engine 4 architecture. Then in the fourth lesson we learned how to works with Git, because Unreal Engine 4 projects and maybe your game project, your online game project, it's not very simple stuff, and great idea to make backups your project every day to your GitHub account, for example, for private your account, because if you I don't know, if something happens with your computer, you will you always will have backups on your GitHub account. And today in our fifth tutorial we will overview our course plan, what we want to create, and we will talk about required skills and technologies stack. In this tutorial, I want to show you how to create a simple online game. Let's take a look on our game features which we want to create in this tutorial series. First, we want to create a website with registration, authorization, and download game client link. Actually, you can register, you can download your game, and you can run your game. Then you can join game via registered login and password. Yep, of course. Then you will have opportunity to create your own custom character with your custom race, gender, etc. Then you will getting your character created your created character list. So actually you open your game client, you type your login and password, you click login, and you will show your character list. Yeah. Then, impossibility to create two characters with the same nickname. Of course, it's basics. Then, deleting your characters. So actually, you can create your characters, you can play with your characters in the game world, and you can actually delete your character if you want. Then you can join game server with your selected character, of course. Impossibility to join server twice with the same account in one time. Yeah, you cannot do this. Display character nickname over character head. Of course, in your game you must see your character name over your character head. Then we created a system to saving characters data like location, inventory, etc. So it will be like simple mmorpg game. And at last we will create in-game chat for all players. Actually, let's take a look how our games must be looks like. First, I wanna start my login server. Then I started my my login server with registration. So then I wanna open my actually game server. Yep, great. And then we can start our game. Great, and let's start second. Well, no. Let's close second. Yep, and let's run a second game client. first, second, great. Then let's open our game websites. Then I want to click register and I can create I don't know, some account. Let's try 12345 gmail.com. I wanna copy this. Then actually it's my login. Let's create login as our email. Then password, I don't know, 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. I copy this data. Then let's open my game client. Then I can paste HTML, doesn't matter. Okay, then I can try to type wrong password. I click login and login or password is incorrect. Great, of course incorrect. I type correct password and we have a character selecting menu. Then we don't have now we don't have any characters, so I click create button and here we can create our custom character. Let's type, for example, Alan. It's my name, and actually I already created on this server character with this nickname. So actually if I press create, we will see message that this nickname is already taken. Great. Actually, let's create, for example, I don't know, Dodo. For example, we can create a human or elf or orc. Let's build elf male. I press create, then I select my character, I press play, and I joined with this character to my game server. It's a simple server without any level design. It's just a server system. Then we can try to I don't know. I don't remember my my old account, so let's create a new one. Actually, let's register next account. Let's be 555 at gmail.com with gmail.com 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6. Register. Great. Actually, for example, if I try to log in with the same account, if we have this account logged in, actually let's try 1 2 3 4 5 6. This account will be disconnected automatically. Let's wait it, and yeah, it's disconnected. Great. Actually, let's run first account. Great, it works. And then let's try 15.gmail.com and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. Press login. Great, we have no characters. I can press create. Great. I don't know. Let's will be magic elf female, for example. Then I open game with this character, and looks, we have 2 characters with one game. Yep, it's great. It works perfect. I can I don't know, for example, hi Dodo, hi, hello. Yep, hello. Great, our game working. And actually this game we will create via our online game tutorial series. Great. Let's okay, I can close my And actually, this character location already created we on our server in our database, and if we log out in this game from this game, and then we one more time login, we will load it in the same place that we was logged out. Let's close this window. Great. Then let's go back to our institute knowledge base, and actually it's our game features what we want to create in our game. Then let's take a look on simple join server schema. Let's open this in a new window, and looks it's how it works. Here we can game client in the on the left side on the screen, and we can see, and actually we can see login server in the right side, and here we can see game server. Great. I wanna a little bit I want to change my camera location like this. Great. First, when we type our login and password in our game client with the Varest Unreal Engine 4 plugin, we will send via HTTPS login and password to our login server on our login client API method. Then this login client API method will validate our login and password, and then if it's valid, we will create a token, user token, and then our login server will respond status code, user ID, and user token. It's actually for a safe connection, because sending anytime login and password, it's not a great idea. Actually, then our game client check our connection, our login status, and if it's 0, it's have no problem. We will, if it's valid, we will call read character slots method. If not, we will show message for client that, oh, your login or password is wrong, or your account is banned, or your account is currently logged in. Actually, if it's great, well, our game client will send a next request via Varest Unreal Engine 4 plugin with into the read slots client API method in the login server with the user ID and token, and then it will be validate our token, and if our token is valid, if it's correct, actually our login server will read character from database and responds this and response status and list of characters as response to our game client. If status is valid, we will show this character selecting menu. Yep, we seen this before, and actually you can choose, for example, your one of your 3 characters or 1 characters. Actually, you select your character you want to join the server, and then via Varest plugin you will one more time send request with user ID and token into the start game client API method. It's one more time will validate your user ID and your token, and if it's valid, it will be get game server IP address and response status and game server IP address to our game client. Then our game client will open this server IP address, and on server we'll call it on post login event in the game mode C++ class or blueprint. Great. Then this on post login event will call read character method. This read character server method will send the same request, but from game server to login server. Will send server login, server password, and character ID to the read character server API method. It will be validate server login, server password, character ID. If it's correct, it will receive a character struct. So server is authority, and server will check if your character data is correct. And server will load your character. Then if it's valid, server will spawn your character in game world, and it will replicate to your game client. It's actually simple system. Great. It's what about login server schema, and then let's take a look simple on server on game server methods. Actually, we know this one, read character, it's game mode. On the when event on post login calls, will call read character method. In the another situation, when event on logout, if user logout from the server, game mode will call event on logout, and will call it logout and save a method. Actually, our server will save user data to the database, and we will have a global server sync method. It's a method that's calling every maybe 10, maybe 5 seconds, and every this 5 seconds this method will update our characters in the database. And actually this method will check do we need kick this player from game? Maybe this guy tried to log in the another account in the another game client, and maybe we need to disconnect this actually character from game, for example. And actually our game server will disconnect characters which need to be disconnected, and our game server will define our characters as offline, as offline status. Great. Then we can take a look on all our login server methods. Actually, here we have a simple schema, and here we can see on all of them. Actually, login. In login method, we send login password game client version and receive status, user ID, and user token. Then we have a logout method. We send user ID, user token, and we receive status. Then read slots. Read slots, create character, delete character, start game. Then we can see these three game server methods. It's actually read character when character is connected to game. Then global server sync. It's a very important method. Actually, we send server login, server password, and sync data structure, and receive status and sync data. What is sync data? And actually log out and save, and it's a very simple method. Actually, let's take a look on the sync data. Sync data is structure of list of character list of characters and list of strings with must be loggouted user IDs. It's actually user IDs we want to disconnect it from server if this actually server looks what game a server sent to login server users which was no safe disconnected without logout method calls, for example, or they are currently offline, but they cannot log in anymore because in database they are still is online as true. Or method must set is online false for all these users in database. It's actually if we need to disconnect some players from games, we put this user ID into this list, and actually server will disconnect these players, and then server will put this user ID to this must be logout user IDs list back on the login server, and login server will set is online as false. What about login server to game server? User which try to log in with currently online account. Yep, if you have currently online account and you try to log in one more time, actually your user ID will added to must be logout user ID, and server in next global server sync cycle will actually disconnect your character. Or game server must be forced kick this user from game server and put them to must be logout user IDs queue like non-safe disconnected. Yep. Then at last, let's take a look on the required skills. What about Unreal Engine game engine? You need to intermediate skills in Unreal Engine. Then you need to skill in the C# language. It's also intermediate. Then you need to have Microsoft ASP.NET basics knowledge. Actually, Unreal Engine, C# and Microsoft ASP.NET. Then let's take a look on our technology stack. It's Unreal Engine, actually game engine, then Varese Unreal Engine plugin, then ASP.NET Core, MVC and Web API technology, then ASP.NET Core Entity Framework works with the database, then ASP.NET Core Identity, yep, and Microsoft SQL Server Basics. Actually, that's all what I wanna say you for today, and see you later.